Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another political episode. So, today we'll be taking a look at ASA Hutchinson, uh, who is running as a Republican, the candidate in the 2024 primaries to become the president. Part of our said series of know your candidates. So let's take a look of who Mr. Hutchinson is. Who's Asa Hutchinson? And why and what's the big deal? What's his deal, what made him run for president, and what's his background story? So the history of Hutchinson starts in 2006. It doesn't say that Hutchinson was in the state government at all. I'm sure he had the political career. He had his early efforts. Um, he was part of the Drug Enforcement Administration, Department of Homeland Security. I think under the Bush administration, if I am correct. Um, yes, under the Bush administration, he was the eighth administrator of Drug Enforcement Administration, Secretary of Homeland Security under the Bush administration. Uh, so yeah, he served under the Bush administration. He was U.S. representative, House representative for Arkansas's third district. However, he did not get in by election. I does not. There is. It does. How do I know? Because it doesn't say that he got in by an election. Um, or he probably did. My bad. I do not know about the governor of Arkansas, the former governor of Arkansas, that much. But yeah, he was. Fact is that he was a U.S. representative from Arkansas's third congressional district from 1997 to 2001. So yes, he did have political potential. Despite that not being in his electoral history, if he did run, oh my goodness, he really should have. Wikipedia really should have put that on there. Anyways, let's take a look. According to the electoral history of Wikipedia, uh, the very first election Hutchinson ran in was the 2006 Arkansas gubernatorial election. And that election was, let's see here, a Democrat blowout, possibly a landslide. So we have the lieutenant governor, Winthrop Paul Rockefeller, and he actually was running for governor in this election primary. But guess what? He withdrew because he had an illness and he died in July. So rest in peace, Mr. Winthrop Paul Rockefeller. And we gave sincere praise for his family. We have so basically this gave this up to, I think this gave Asa Hutchinson automatically the nominee. Having said Rockefeller withdrew from the race and died shortly after, Hutchinson was the nominee. However, Democrats killed it this election. Mike Beebe, the moderate conservative governor of Arkansas, not governor. Oh yeah, former governor of Arkansas. No, it's not former governor. He's the new governor. He got reelected. No, he didn't get reelected. He was elected the new governor of Arkansas, having Mike Huckabee than the previous governor. So 2006, blue wave, midterms. Republicans did horrible in this series of elections, which led to Beebe winning the governor's race. defeating the Republican nominee Asa Hutchinson by 15 points. As you can see, this map here shows BB performing a great performance in the black belt, and overall in rural Arkansas. Yeah, so this one was a big win for BB. But BB would serve his 2 terms. He would run again in 2010. He would win again in a landslide. And then we would have Asa Hutchinson. He would decide to run and try a second attempt, I believe, 8 years later in 2014. We see in this primary race, Hutchinson performs very well against his opponent, Curtis Coleman. You'll see, oh yeah, Hutchinson wins every single county. He performs very well in the black belt, which is over here. Of course, he wins the African conservative vote. Coleman manages to win. This county up here only went to Coleman. So yeah, Hutchinson prevailed with 72% of the popular vote. Yes, for sure, Hutchinson was definitely going to crush it this race. And overall, Hutchinson managed to win a blowout. I would say Hutchinson's performance in this one tend to be very weak. I mean, comparing it to the 2012 elections, I want to see how Arkansas voted for Mitt Romney. And because Arkansas, we see, is a very enthusiastic conservative state. It votes for Republicans for around 60%. Of course, it has those dino Democrats, conservative Democrats, that tend to get a lot of votes and popularity. But when it comes to actual conservative Republicans, like MAGA Republicans, you'll see it goes really well. You'll see Mitt Romney won 60% of the state. Well, Asa Hutchinson couldn't even get to 60%. He got 55%. And that's a very weak, a very small margin, as you can see here. However, he did win the race by 14 points. So let's give it to him for that. Let's give him credit. Good job, Mr. Hutchinson, but you still underperformed the whole total record of winning as a Republican. So, yeah, you'll see here, he couldn't break the black belt, and he manages to lose a lot of counties that tend to vote conservative, like these counties up here. These are rural counties, unpopular counties, and they went for Mike Ross, the Democrat. I think he is a moderate, but still, that shouldn't be happening. So yeah, Hutchinson really has a problem when it comes to that election. So despite being reelected, so that was the 2014 election. 2018 election, yet again, another blue wave. We have all right, Asa Hutchinson does very well in this election. Good job, Mr. Hutchinson. Although and being endorsed by his not so friendly friend Donald Trump, Asa Hutchinson, that's probably why Hutchinson did well, honestly. Hutchinson, if I have said this already, I can't remember. Hutchinson does not like Trump. Hutchinson's an anti-Trumper. Does this mean he's a rhino? No. Because Asa Hutchinson is a pretty good conservative guy. He does conservative stuff. He's a big, staunch, pro-life advocate, and he was a very big conservative guy in general. So when it comes to that, but he's just not a friend with Trump. He does not like Trump. He has called Trump to withdraw his campaign before announcing his bid for the presidency in 2024. So not a very good friendly guy towards Trump. Honestly, I don't know why Trump endorsed Hutchinson. I think Hutchinson got pretty toxic towards Trump after the 2016 midterms. Because I don't know, possibly, I do think possibly Asa Hutchinson did vote for Trump in 2016, but he did not vote for Trump in 2020. He probably voted libertarian, honestly, or third party. For sure, I know for a fact he did not vote for Biden or Trump. Probably went third party. I can't tell you which third party he went for, but so yeah, you'll see it's that Trump endorsement right there that got Asa Hutchinson here, um, that made him do very well. So Mr. Hutchinson, you gotta thank Donald Trump for that, honestly. I mean, seriously. If you were very anti-Trump from the beginning, you would probably not win the primary. So it's very important for Republicans in staunch Trump states to be pro-Trump. Why? Because Liz Cheney is a great example. Liz Cheney got destroyed for being anti-Trump. Why? Well, why was she a problem? Yeah, because she was anti-Trump. Because she had huge anger towards Trump. She was a part of the January 6th committee. Made conservatives look bad. She lost failed to get renominated by over 70 points. Well, that's not necessarily true. By over 60 points. But the point was she did horrible. So, and she comes from the staunch state of Wyoming. So, very important. Asa Hutchinson, he lucked out because he got the endorsement of Donald Trump in 2018. I think Trump probably was afraid to lose the state of Arkansas, so he probably didn't have much of a choice. But definitely, I do think Trump would not endorse Hutchinson in any race anymore. Here's the primary results here. You'll see Hutchinson. Normally, you'll see the incumbent governor would win a landslide. Well, Hutchinson actually he underperforms in this one too. In the primary, he runs against Jan Morgan. He got 69%. Compared to his 2014 run, saw him getting 70%. He did worse. He did pretty bad in this primary. You'll see Morgan managed to carry 5 counties. Hutchinson should have carried all the counties because that's what normally, I believe, 60% of the time, 70% of the time, incumbent governors wipe out and win nomination by 90%. Hutchinson gets only 69%. And I'll tell you, not all governors do that. Not all governors get renominated that easily. Hutchinson's one of those governors that got a little hard time getting reelected. So anyway, that's the story of Asa Hutchinson. What do you think? Do you think Hutchinson will do will do as bad as Nikki Haley? Do you think Asa Hutchinson is the candidate, the ultimate runner for the 2024 presidential primary? Do you think he's the nominee? And do you think he can win the election? Anyway, thank you for watching this political episode. I'll see you all in the next one.